Hello. I wanted to record this because I'm really sorry about this. Uh, Today's confusion and some kind of my accidents on the road because there's a big massive road constructions in Krakow, and right now I couldn't be on time. So to in some kind of exchange, I would like to present you some more stuff than I sent. And these are Collegium XR. This is name of our research institute. And also I prepare some presentation. It's more about some kind of a perspectives, what we can do and besides scanning in 3D, because the core idea is quite simple. We want to come to your place and scan in 3D place that it could be interesting in some learning or interactive teaching. We will do it with 3D laser scanner, which allows to capture really fast, I think quite big space, and save a lot of time on post production, and gives something like maybe this kind of vibe. This is some kind of a furniture exposition in Lexus um, salon of cars, and we done some tests in their place because there's a lot of glossy textures, and I think it works quite well. And yeah, and besides these are some kind of our research fields. They are it changed a lot because it's from last year, but mainly we are focused on WebGL and Unity. We can make a lot of implementation on this platform, but and there's a lot of topics stick to this, like scanning with some other devices like mixed reality, so goggles, and conferences and making some events with this software and with this hardware. And I think for us the most important stuff is to make custom solution for our partner. So it will be really nice to, I don't know, maybe hear about what you are doing right now, what were the plans, or what was the past, because it's really a big topic, and we can do a lot of this, because in our institute also we got few specialists of mathematics or of the programmistic cases, so we can really measure and tailor some solutions only for you. But also I want to show you some more stuff we done. Most of them are on the website, but besides we done some, a lot of implementation of some museum software, which is usually used for just like a video interactive guides, but in our cases we done it mainly like apps. They are, I think you download it, or you just um, open it on a web XR format, and you just use it. Right now we are more on a networking mode, so we want to, for example, that application could change each time the different user would be use it for, I don't know, some different way. So taking the different path of guide of everything. So we want to modulate it because it will be more interesting for, I would say, for younger also users, but I think this is a necessity right now. Also, we organize a lot of events, like conferences with specialists of IT and digital creation brand, but also we make a lot of workshops for children with NFC, with coding, with painting, and then mixing it with some digital tools. So yeah, so the final effect is, for example, you will make some kind of software with hardware mainly based on some sensors, visual sensors, and then we implemented in some usually public spaces. This was some kind of a digital billboard that you can touch and modulate vision. So you could, for example, play with some game and then change, for example, advertisement and the stuff that you see on a billboard. So it's not only just a slideshow. It's like you can, if you uh, come close and this device only see the shape of your hand, it's waving to you and advise how to use it. And the same module was used in this one. It was a kind of a bar when you can order some drinks or food, but the innovative part was that instead of using classical touch design interfaces, you can feel the depth because the 3D sensor is measuring the distance between your hand and between your screen, so you can feel that you are touching something. So that was some kind of a new technology. This is some kind of a different approach to digital screens, that you can see the stuff on a screen, which is a representation of your hand, and you can stop and react, for example, the real object. So it was really simple. We make few leaves, which looks like leaves waving on a wind, and if you touch it in an interface, in a 3D interface, the physical object stops. So it was something like a modulating object. So it was, it was more about collecting the experience of people. So these are the stuff that should inspire uh, users that, for example, I don't know, computer games of 3D 3D interfaces are not only the games, or for example, if you got something like that kind of interface, then not only need to be boring icons. So this is that kind of stuff. And our last invention, it's 3D sensor, which will be used in some kind of a VR goggles, but you can also put it on your hand, on some old VR goggles. You can plug it to the computer, and it gives a user full abilities of mixed reality. So with these two cameras, you can see the image in front of you. So you can go with these goggles in front of you and don't hit any wall. This is the same feature like in the Oculus Quest, but in comparison, we got the color cameras, and there's no boundaries like on an Oculus Quest that you got only one room or some space. You can go anywhere, and it's open source too, because we made a platform, and we are open to modulate it. And for example, imagine that you go to some kind of a lectures or to museum with some, it could be helmet or some kind of a goggles, but it also can be a device like a mirror look like device, or some uh, interesting look like tablet, and this device is attached to it, and you have totally AR VR experience, but we can fully control what can be displayed when and everything, because usually the corporations are closing the system to a really small area, and yeah, it's not really open to development to measure and tailor it to the customers, or some I would say research space. So that's our I think approach. And I think this is stuff that could be really interesting in our I don't know, brainstorm about what we can do next. So thank you, and yeah, it will be fine to 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 uh, to talk at last. Yes.